Welcome back. It's another week, another Saturday. I hope you had a great week. We're back with another episode of Creator Breakfast. Getting up bright and early on a Saturday morning and talking about all things YouTube news, announcements, Q&A, all that and more. So I hope everyone's had a great week, as I just said. I'm repeating myself already. All right, let's jump in, see who's coming in the chat. We'll do that in just a second. But I'd like to just say, welcome to Creator Breakfast live. We're live. It says we're live there, so we're live. All right, now we're going to jump in. Now, before we went live, about half an hour before we went live, we had Blair in the chat. Oh, there it comes. Oh, that was a bit delayed. Also, live stream consultants came in before we went live. Oh, we're on the GIFs and the GIFs already. As always, Kevin Hawthorne is here from Lakeland, Florida. Good morning, good morning. Chantel Hills is also here. Anfield Road, Loud in the Loft. Lee, welcome. Aaron's here. Aaron Lackey is here. Welcome. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Oh, yes, there, yes. Let's pull that back. Try and get that subtle in the background. It's always a balancing act. Eileen Smith is in the house as well. Ooh, getting a little stutter on the comments on the screen there. All right, we'll keep going. SMA Sky is here as well. Frankie over 50 is here. Home Rapid Repair is here. Larry, welcome. Wanderer AUS is here. Welcome. And Monique is here live. Monique was super early earlier in the chat as sometime after the stream was scheduled. Dropping the early morning content. It wasn't about editing or filming videos today. It was about being home in time to watch the stream, which is always good. Always good. I think that's everyone who. Have I missed anybody who's come in so far? Let's have a look. I'm seeing the same names again over and over. Everyone's saying hi to each other, which is brilliant. Oh, yes. That was when I saw that on our evening news tonight, and so it was in Philadelphia, and the first person I thought of was Eileen, and I'm like, I hope everything is well. So it's good to hear that you're well. But yeah, that's like that was crazy. That was something you never want to see. Just the amount of footage they had just on the news already, where people just happen to have dash cams or doorbell cams or their phones out, and that was tough. So if you know what we're talking about, see the latest crash in Philadelphia. So two in a week is crazy to have happen anywhere in the world, let alone both in the US. So our thoughts go out to everybody who's affected there, families and bystanders and response personnel and everybody else. So, but there's great news. Great that you're okay. That's what we're gonna just try to get my mouse moving here. Queen Bee's Legacy is in the house too. What do you mean by beta community page? Oh, we are definitely going to get into that today. That is our main topic for the day. Anybody else here? I've got everybody else. But the thing I'm going to do before I continue through the chat and move on is to let you know that if you have a question for me anytime during the stream, just put it in the chat, just like Larry has just done, with a Q in front of it, and that will help me identify that's a question for me directly, and that I can sort of address, because there's always a lot of conversation in the chat, which is always welcome to see. It's always welcome in the stream. Everybody talking to themselves, talking about maybe the subjects we're talking about, or anything else somebody has said in the chat, and just everybody being really welcoming. So let's read Larry's question here. Yesterday on my YouTube mobile app home screen, I was served up several Australia channels I've never heard of before. Doug, what button did you press? Yeah, actually, I was in Reddit this afternoon answering somebody's question. They were like, I'm only getting views in my hometown. How do I get views somewhere else? Like, what do I turn off, or what switch do I switch to not get views in my hometown? I want views everywhere else, anywhere else in the world, but just not my hometown. And I think they were in Australia, so I don't know if that's related. Maybe YouTube is blessing Australian content creators this week. I don't know. And we'll pop that up. That is the direction. Anytime during the stream, we'll be talking about that. But today's main topic, I'm just trying to make sure that's still working in the background. Hopefully someone can hear that, but it not be too loud. Okay, we're going to be talking about something that was sort of went live probably only about 2 days ago. And we could probably jump into that pretty quickly, and then address the questions as we go along, as they come into the chat. So let's as Philip DeFranco says, let's jump right into it. All right, the first thing we want to know this week is that there was no Creator Insider newsflash, so I'm not going to be reading off any points from Creator Insider. They did do a myth busting for Hype, which is really weird because Hype is in beta and is only in Brazil and 2 other countries in Asia. I think it's Vietnam and Korea. I want to say it's Korea, Brazil, and one other country, and I believe it's another country in Asia. I think it's Vietnam, but I'm not sure. But there's only 3 countries that it's in, so it's very odd that they dropped the myth busting video for Hype, because Hype hasn't really rolled out to any like large countries like the US or Canada or Australia, UK, Europe, any of those. So so I thought I'd mention that in passing, because actually let me just move that off the screen, because maybe that's an indicator that they're going to be starting to roll out Hype rather than just doing some testing in those small countries. Now, in one country, Brazil, are already testing paid Hypes. Which I know was something. And if you don't remember what Hype is a way of, it was like a leaderboard system for videos that are new. I think it was 7 days or 10 days or a week or something like that, that people can, every viewer has 3 Hypes a week that they can just give to a particular video, or to different, 3 different videos basically. And every time somebody hypes a video, that video gets points and goes on a leaderboard for each country. Now, I don't know if it's a country based on the creator or the country based on the viewer. So that I'm not sure, but I think it's based on the country, which is really odd if you're trying to reach out to an international audience and have it sort of divvied up. But I guess it's like a regional thing. The leaderboards are regional. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about Hype. But I just mentioned that because they put that myth busting, I can't even say it, video out, I think a couple of days ago, and there's no real new news about Hype apart from that. But I suspect that could mean that they're going to be maybe rolling that out maybe this month in February. Who knows? That's just speculation on my behalf. All right, before we continue, let me jump back to the chat real quick. Michael Sahoski's in the house. It's good to see Michael back. Been a couple of weeks, I think. Good to see you. Let the record show I didn't see jewels or the ability to buy them. Is it just me? Now, because I'm in Australia, I got no way of accessing any of that feature. So people in the US, have you figured out the jewels thing? If you're able to live stream, do all that. And I've been taken over by Doc Brown. This is right over top of my head. So that's a good question. Jewels or the ability to buy them. Obviously, to buy them, you have to be in a vertical live stream where jewels are available to just like get them, buy them, so they're ready to give out. So yeah, I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know how many people actually watch vertical live streams and go in the vertical feed and start swiping away. I really don't know. All right, we've got questions here, so we're going to hit the questions. Actually, if we're going to hit the questions, let's go back to the full screen, shall we? Why is Google doing too much changes that are benefiting the content creators but more for themselves? I don't know. Have you got an example for me as to what that could be? If we're talking about YouTube, like wider Google questions, I have no idea. I know a little bit more about YouTube specifically. So if there's a specific example you have, let me know, because you know, things are always changing. There's always changes. Sometimes they're for creators, sometimes they're for viewers, sometimes they're for advertisers. Sometimes they're safeguarding the platform as a whole. So it just depends on what some of the examples are that you might be coming across, because you know, every change probably has a different motivation for it. Let me see. I see Aaron asked what is hype, but then he says, interesting. So probably from my explanation just before. Shark Scrapper is not doing vertical live streams. Don't have any that I watch, so I can't help with jewels. Yeah, it's a bit like that. I'm in Australia and I can't help with jewels. It's not a thing here yet. Can't buy them, and I can't receive them. Chantal says, I would say that YouTube makes changes it is to improve the viewer experience. Yeah, that is usually the primary goal, but not always. But yeah, particularly when it comes to how videos are recommended, it's definitely going to be influenced by viewer experience. and that's a true point as well. All changes are designed to keep people on the platform longer. Yeah, that's right. Because the longer the viewers stay on the platform watching content, the more ads they get shown, which means more revenue for the platform, more revenue for creators. So that's a win-win for both, and obviously more ad slots for advertisers. So that's a triple win. So hopefully, unless viewers, you know, obviously for viewers, ads can be contentious for some people. So they try to be, you know, moderate with the ads, and people like to circumvent them with certain things that we're not going to discuss here, but you know, ad blockers and such. There's a bit of a back and forth with the pro ad blockers versus YouTube at the moment, which has been going on for a while. But we'll see how that goes. All right, let's get back to where were we? We were back on this screen. I'm gonna take that off. Okay, so we know there was no Creator Inside Newsflash this week. We talked about the myth busting video that came out. So that was like the content from Creator Insider this week. Let us hit our main topic of today. Communities beta. Communities are expanding to more folks. This is a direct quote from YouTube, by the way. Expanding to more folks. So we wanted to make sure everyone has all the info on this exciting update. Okay, so we'll go into what communities is and everything else as part of this. Now, we first saw people start getting the communities beta on their channels. So not all channels have it yet, but some of our channel friends have it. For example, Shelley and Daniel Batal both shared this week on their socials that they now have the YouTube communities feature and have activated it. And I know just as of today, Nick Nimmons activated his. He mentioned that in his in a community post a couple of hours ago. So they're open, and we're going to go into what this is and let you know. This will give you a bit of background, like what it is, and then we will actually tell you where to look for this to see if you have it yet or not. Not every channel has it, as I mentioned. All right, there's a long article. This is also a help article, but they also posted the same information in their community feed, so I grabbed it from there, and then we're going to go through it really quick. Now, we first heard about communities at Made on YouTube in September last year. It says at Made on YouTube event a few months back, we announced a new way for viewers and creators to connect on YouTube. And it's called communities. It's just called communities. Now, communities are expanding to more channels. Here's what you need to know. Okay, so these are the points that YouTube feels you need to know. So we're going to go through them. Dedicated space for conversations. Communities are dedicated spaces on your channels where you and your viewers can start and join conversations, share updates, and build relationships. These spaces can be found on mobile only. So this is a mobile first feature. For creators in the backend, you can do some of the moderation on your desktop in the same section where you would moderate comments and stuff. There's a new tab in there if you have this feature activated or this feature's rolled out to you as part of the beta. Remember, it is currently in beta, so not everybody has it. They've given it to a random selection of channels. Okay. So yeah, mobile only. So viewers will interact with this on their mobile devices in the YouTube app. Okay. The first point is, the second point is two-way interaction. You and your viewers can create and share posts, fostering back and forth conversations and fan-to-fan connections. So a viewer or subscriber of a particular channel who has communities activated can actually post a post. It's not just somebody responding to a post from the creator, but a viewer, a subscriber can post a question, an image, and different things for the community. And then there can be like the conversation back and forth like you would with the existing posts feature where the creator can post something and everybody can come and comment underneath. It'll have that same sort of process. Somebody else can do the post and everybody can come in and comment on that post. There are also moderation tools, which I'm going to show you a little bit in a second. You'll have the ability to moderate and control who posts in your communities. So it's not like just a free-for-all. There are settings so that you can sort of control that as a creator, choose who can and when who can and will interact with your posts, your community feed, basically. The community tab, what you used to know as a community tab on your channel where you go across and be like videos, shorts, live streams, memberships, and there was one called community. That has now been renamed to post. I remember that I had mine changed quite a few months ago and I mentioned it in live streams. Some people still had community, some people still had posts, but now it's just going to be called posts. To make things clear, we're giving the community tab a new name, posts. The tab will work just as it does today, just with a new name. You can still share updates and announcements via posts, and your viewers can engage by commenting on these posts like they always have. The way posts work don't change. They're just adding some additional functionality to make like a Discord-like, a very simple Discord-like functionality where people can post questions in your posts and different things like that, if you allow it. Okay, we've got more to read, so let's jump to the second one. All right, the next section is about access. Creators invited to enable communities will receive notifications via email. So you probably will get an email if you're in the beta or once you are invited to the beta. And it will also show as a banner displayed on their channel page on mobile. So when you open up your channel page on mobile, you might get this little banner across the bottom that says, you've got the new communities beta, something like that. If you're invited, then you can go to your channel page and tap go to community to learn more and decide if you want to turn on the community. So you get the option to have it or not have it. If you don't want the pressure of having to manage or moderate it, then you can just leave it turned off. You don't have to have it on your channel. If you enable the community space and later want to take a break or turn it off, you can do so by following the steps outlined in our help center. We're going to look at that once we're done through this. It says they've been testing communities with a small group of creators and have heard positive feedback, which is why we're excited to keep expanding access. This is just an expansion where they've had a really closed beta. They're now just expanding it to more channels and like a reasonable amount of channels now so they can continue testing, make sure it's robust at that scale, and they keep scaling that out until, like every feature, they roll it out to everybody. And there's a quote there by somebody called Froggy Crossing, who was one of the first, who already had it at the time when Made on YouTube did the announcement. He already had it and was testing. He was like the ground zero beta tester for this. The rest is his quote. I'm not going to read that out. If you want to read that, that's over on the YouTube creators channel. But what we're going to do is I'm going to quickly hit some questions in here, and then we're going to look at some information on how you can get started on community, how to turn it on using YouTube's help pages. But before we do, would running a VPN? No, because it's allocated. It's not allocated by where you're physically located, but it's allocated by how your channel's set up. Your channel's set up to be, it's a US channel. So I don't think a VPN would make a difference. Because my channel's like set up, it says I am based in Australia. My payment method because remember that this is a the Jules is a monetization feature. My monetization is tied to Australia as a place I get paid out in Australian dollars. So then the VPN wouldn't make a difference. All right, see if there's any questions here. Larry says you have to opt in. It's not automatic. Correct. We're gonna go have a look at that now. I'm gonna jump over to my screen share. I can find the button. I hit it. Oh, it took a while. There we go. That took a little while to load. It's been a little bit laggy. I don't know if that's the Ecamm beta that I'm running, but that's cool. What I'm going to do is take Larry's off, and this is the help page on YouTube for starting your community. So if you've got that notification by email or anything like that, then you can go ahead and turn on your community in this manner. You'll probably open up your channel page on mobile. You'll see this alert, connect your community, and then go to community. And then when you're in there, it'll take you into the community page, and you'll get an option to a button that says turn on my community. The option to turn on community isn't yet available to all creators. As we said, it's a limited beta at the moment. We'll go out to more people. And it suggests that once you've activated it by clicking turn on community, all you have to do is click a button and it's turned on. Nice and easy. Once you've turned it on, it recommends doing a welcome post. In the YouTube app, go to the channel page, tap community and start a post, write your welcome post and tap post. Very simple, and it works very much like the existing posts feature. You get the same sort of options in the most part from what I can tell. I'm not in a position to test that, obviously, because I don't have it yet. They also have a page on moderation. I think moderation is a important thing to talk about in terms of this feature, because anybody potentially can post on your community. So if you want to limit that in some way, let's look at the options. Okay, I'm just going to move that right to the top. It says, once you've set up your community, there are additional features to help you and your moderators manage it. So your moderators who you may already have on your channel can help you with this. You can control who posts in your community and hold posts for review before they are published. If you set up block words or links for comments, those same words and links will be blocked for posts in your community. So the same blocked words list that you use for comments and live streams and settings for that will apply also to these posts. If any point you don't want your community to be visible anymore, you can turn it off, which we saw in the other option. Okay, manage who can post. Who can post on your community? You can choose a minimum subscribe time. You can choose how long someone will need to be subscribed to your channel before posting to your community. In the YouTube app, tap community settings, who can post. In the drop down, you can set a minimum subscribe time. Now, I don't know what the options are on that. If somebody in the chat already has it and set it up, let me know what sort of options like or is it similar to like live streams? You can't comment for 5 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, 2 hours, whatever. Or is it a certain amount, a longer amount of time for posts, or is it the same? So if you've got it and you've tested that, let me know what that is. to post in your community, you can hide them, which is basically the same feature as hide user from channel for live streams or in your comment section. It's the same feature. So if they're hidden for comments and live streams, they're also hidden. They aren't able to post, which is good. And as it says at the bottom there, hiding someone applies to your whole channel, not just your community. You can also review your posts based on the same community moderation that you already have set up for live streams and comments. It will follow those same defaults. So if you can set the hold for review feature to none, don't hold any, let them all go through. Basic, which is hold potentially inappropriate posts, or obviously you can choose, like with comments and live comments in particular, and communities, you can choose to hold all, so everything gets held until you approve it. Obviously, that's a lot more work, so you have to what's the risk management for that for you? You got high risk people to comment, then maybe you want to hold all, but I think basics is probably the best setting for that particular one. And of course, as we mentioned again, they talk about turning off your community, so you can turn it off. So basically the moderation features for live streams and or comments will carry over to posts. So moderators can help moderate. You can hide users from channel in the posts, but if you hide them any of those other places, they're already hidden in posts, so they can't comment. Oh, I see. I see someone says we're buffering. Let me just go have a look at the stream settings. Did we hit some? Oh, I'm not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Okay, something's going on. All right. There are some comments that says we're back. All right, I'm going back to the main screen, or a main screen. All right. Yeah, I'm getting some laggy issues. Like my eCam is laggy as well. That creator mix up in the corner here should be spinning smoothly. So I'm going to go to my other screen. Has less moving parts on it. All right. Yeah, my current bitrate is lower than the recommended. We recommend that you use a stream bitrate of 6800. It's saying I'm doing 2478 kilobits per second. That is poor. So yeah, I don't know if that's my internet or what. So let me know how we're going. And then I'm going to go back and find questions in the comments here. Livestream consultant says, if it comes up, okay, I just checked. At the moment, you can only make a post on a creator's post tab on mobile only. Yep. But it does not appear to cross-pollinate to the old community tab on desktop. Yeah, it won't appear on desktop at all. It was its current iteration of this beta. It's a mobile first, mobile only. You can do some moderation on desktop if you're the creator in the back end, where you would moderate comments. There's a separate tab for it. But the interaction will take place on mobile only. Michael says, what do you think about YouTube lowering the subscribers to 500? Is that for monetization for fan funding? Yeah, that's been a thing for a little while now. I think it's 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time if you're in long form, and then some weird number of views for shorts, which I can't remember what that number is, because who wants to monetize with shorts? That's ridiculous. All right. And hello to the Creator Classroom, of course. Okay. Let me see if I can get caught up on the chat. Nick said he set his for a week, I believe. Okay, yeah, he did mention it some. Yeah, he did mention that you had to be a subscriber for a certain period. I just don't remember what the number was. So yeah, apologies for any internet issues here. I don't know if it's my internet or my eCam because my eCam's laggy too. That could be my eCam. I am running the beta. It's the danger of running a beta. And good morning to Jerry. Hello, Jerry. Okay. It could be the internet. It could be my eCam. Not much. Actually, my whole taskbar is gone. I'm running Social Stream Ninja, eCam, and 3 Chrome browsers, 3 Chrome tabs, which I can close the community tabs now that I had open for the Q&A. I mean, for the main topic. I only got my YouTube open now. Let's see. We're having same issues with eCam, live eCam, but we should control the bitrate. Yeah. Are you running the beta or the full version? The public release. Yeah. Is it 3 million shorts in 90 days? So what was the main one for advertising? It's like 10 million. And good afternoon to Karen Cole, legal minded friends of Karen Cole. Yeah. Larry with some extra info there. Absolutely. All right. So yeah, if you've got any questions, drop them in the chat with a Q. That was the main topic for today, communities. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you've been offered the beta by YouTube, so you're one of the group that has just been offered it in the last couple of days. If you don't have it, let me know if that sounds like something that you might use because it's sort of just like an extension of the posts system that we already have, but now creators can like post back to you and ask questions. Offers a little bit more interactivity beyond just comments and on posts and videos and whatnot, and sort of having someone reply to you, they can instigate the question. Interesting. It could be my beta. Now I've deliberately turned off my Wi-Fi because my Wi-Fi down here where I am is a little spotty and it drops out, and it seems to be like the connection that if everything slows down, the Wi-Fi will slow down. So I've turned that off. So I'm definitely going through the Ethernet to my router. I probably should have done a Chantel and restarted my computer before the live stream. I didn't because I had it on this afternoon when I was doing my early prep, and then I left it on for many hours while I was having dinner. Absolutely. And just so if people are probably noticing, there are a few new chat commands for gifts that pop up on my stream. I added 4 more today. They're all Back to the Future related for those in the know. So that's actually the link to the hot and complete list in the description. If you scroll down a bit, you'll see stream chat commands and then a link to a Google Doc. So if you want to see them all to drop them, that's why Chantel has dropped them. I know Live Stream Consultants puts them in there. There we go. He's found them. He knows all the classics. The Heavy. I know Heavy was one of the new ones. Was Heavy one of the new ones? I can't remember. All that and more. Jerry doesn't have it yet. If the comment will come up. There we go. But he'll probably turn on. Yeah, I think I'll turn it on too. I think I'll give it a crack. Hardly anyone looks at my community posts unless I have a cute puppy dog post. True. Yeah. A good image can sort of grab people's attention. Also, you'll find with communities too, you'll get like discovery. You'll actually get like a shelf similar to like just the post when people do posts. So you see some people you're subscribed to, maybe even some people that you're not subscribed to, where it shows you recent posts from their community, so you can have a look. So yeah. American English with Brent is in the house. Eddie's quoting Back to the Future, which I love that and encourage that 100% of the time. Oh yeah, I should do that. Yeah, you're right. Oh, mods rock. Someone dropped the mods. Yes. Oh yeah, that's one of the new ones. You know, because if you're a fan of Back to the Future, then you're probably also a fan of the music of the time, which you would listen to the news. Quite a few songs on the soundtrack of the movie. You know, that's sort of the vibe of the mid '80s when the first movie came out. So, hey, and he had a cameo in the movie, and that was his cameo, telling Marty that he was too darn loud. All right. Oh, one thing I did see on the news here tonight is that they're in casting call for the Back to the Future musical in Sydney. So it's coming to Australia for the first time. Obviously, it's been elsewhere before. So looks like we're getting Back to the Future the musical here in 2025. Anyway, if you've got a question for me, drop it in the chat with the Q, and we'll go through any discussions you might have on that. While we're doing that, let's talk about what's coming up later today, including right after this stream. Yeah, Ecamm's definitely not working. I can't. Oh, there's the music. It's all on delay. Coming at 9 a.m. Eastern today, Nick Demon will be live. Nick and Dee will be doing their show. I think they've got a bit of a tweak to the format today, so stay tuned. Make sure you stick around after the show. We'll automatically roll you guys over into Nick's pre-show chat. And also, again, today, same as last week, Daryl Leaves is doing another live stream, 12 p.m. Eastern today. For those who are in Queensland, that's 3 a.m. Sunday morning. So yeah, Daryl will be chatting with one of his students about whatever the topic is, which I didn't remember to write that down, so I remembered. But yeah, if you've been on any of Daryl's streams, and he says that he's already going to be announcing speakers every week for Vid Summit this coming October. So he's starting nice and early. So stay tuned for that information as well. Those are usually first announced in the streams. So yeah, let's jump back into the chat. Oh no, before we forget, why am I forgetting? There's more to talk about. 6 p.m. Eastern, Sunday night, tomorrow night, Chantel's stream, all about YouTube and live streaming. Her Q&A show usually has a really great topic around YouTube or live streaming. Make sure to tune in then. And I'll be here same time next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And there it is. Let's jump back into the chat. There we go. Flux capacitor was invented exactly 20. That's a really good piece of pop trivia. Doug would make a great Doc Brown. I don't have enough hair to be Doc Brown. I did test the new feature on Nick's post and posted something. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, the audio's dropping. I don't know if I have to blame Ecamm, my computer, or the internet. Chantel has the news on Daryl's stream. Topic for Daryl's stream: can new creators still grow on YouTube? I will be talking with my student Jonathan Michael, ear to hear, on how he was able to get millions of views in a niche that is already saturated with thousands of creators. I have to click to the other one. I don't know why that one was black and that one was blue. Anyway, he'll be showing exactly how you can find your creative voice and grow on YouTube in 2025. Nice. Doug, stay awake. Yeah, everything's delayed, so I need to not read it out until it pops up. Hey, Doug, stay awake. Daryl may shut you out again. You never know. You never know. Okay. This is interesting because you know how we had the error before where it wasn't sending enough. I got a stream healthy at about about 1 minute to the hour, so about 12 minutes ago. And then it went error, you're not receiving enough, YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, which is probably why we had some buffering. Error, your encoder is sending data faster than real time. You must rate limit your live video approximately 1 second of video for each second. Okay, it's probably because I have the low latency setting. So maybe I need to change that, but that's a YouTube setting. Put it on your YouTube. I wonder if I can change anything in Ecamm real quick, real time. Let me have a look at this. Sometimes this is one of the things I know we talk about live streams. Sometimes things happen that are either out of your control, or it can be technical difficulties, and then you have to like roll out your technical difficulty screen. Okay, my stream's gone back to excellent screen status. It's been jumping back and forth. Oh, okay. Oh, that's how they list their things. Okay, yeah, it's just gone now. Stream healthy again. I was sending not enough, then I was sending too much. So yeah, what's going on here? This could be the Ecamm beta version that I'm running, because it did update since my last use. Let me go into preferences. I think that's a stream issue. As in the usually the latency is set on YouTube side. And I'm usually going low latency. That's why I don't have too much delay. There's a small delay because you're going to get a delay. Let's have a look. I don't know where the setting is. Look at video. Yeah, it could just be a dodgy beta, and that's the risk you run when running beta software and be part of beta testing programs. That if you use it for your live streams, you could run into some issues. So we'll just push through. Yeah, when you put up the overlays, things get wonky. So yeah, I'll try and limit that just to when I need to highlight questions. Stream for me is a couple of glitches, but your sound is fine. Yeah, there was. I've got the stream health section of this open, so I can see when it's when YouTube starts having trouble. And it was timed around when everybody was getting buffering. So yeah, it's a thing. It's a YouTube thing. It's either a YouTube thing, it's an internet thing, or it's an Ecamm thing, or it could be just the fact that my Mac's been running since how long's it been running for? About 8 hours, maybe 9 hours, something like that. Anyway, I was on this computer. I had it turned on when Roberto was streaming yesterday. That's been on since then. So maybe that was too long. Please send your logs to Ecamm. Yeah, that's a good point. Can I do that during the stream, or can I do it? Let's see. Log. Send us. Okay, no, I don't need the Facebook access token because I'm not streaming to Facebook. All right, just letting that send. Hopefully that doesn't tank the stream. All right. So yes, if you've got a question for me, make sure you drop it in the chat with a Q in front of it. Or if there's anything you want to talk about, doesn't have to be about communities, anything about YouTube or being creator or something like that, drop it in the chat. We're going to try and finish on time today, which is always a good thing when you have to get to next stream, because I need to, turn off the lights and do those things, and then I got to make a coffee. I don't have time to make a coffee. Okay, I still got the dialogue box from sending the diagnostics, so it's right across my screen. Yeah, okay. Logs are successfully sent. Lovely. I think. Oh no, I didn't highlight. So that was a little bit more prompt. Larry says, I just checked Nick's post tab. On PC, you don't see any view comments. On mobile, it displays correctly. Yeah, it's definitely a mobile feature. This is something that I want people to do on their mobile phones. 100%. 100%. So if I wanted to see all the comments that Nick's asked people to drop, I'd have to open up my YouTube app here. And I would probably have to go, the quickest way to find it would be to just go to his channel. And then when you pull up his channel, you get the visit channel, or you can go visit community. I'm going to click on that. The top one, I've got mine sorted. Nick's community, I've got it open. Let me see if I can show you, just on the screen at least. Let me hide my face. There we go. That's sort of what it looks like when you go into the community. It tells you whose community is up top. Right now, you can see it's sorted by top. And the last person to comment that is showing up, at least under top. Oh, top is not, top is not latest. Newest. If I click newest, Chantel Hills commented 26 minutes ago. But if I go to newest, the most recent person to comment is the one and only SMA Sky. Showing off some sunspots there. I see the sunspots right there on the sun. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, you can click on create a post, which will just show you the post from Nick. And that will include like just the general community posts that from historically that he's had on there. And now Nick did ask people to post their thumbnail, so you can see that. I got to cover my face for this to work without. There we go. The Urban Garden Canada did drop a thumbnail to share. And there's probably some other stuff. Let's have a look. Because he asked for activity, there's going to be quite a few posts on here. Travel media. Yeah, people are posting pictures or images from their recent video, because Nick did ask them to post their thumbnails. Some people post. There's Karen Cole. People, have posted other things as well. They posted a screenshot of their recent video, I think. Yeah, there's a few there. Nice. So that's sort of the idea, because Nick instigated, like, hey, why don't you post something to test it out? Post your recent thumbnail. And so people have gone in and done that, which is pretty cool. I should post something at some point myself, not right now while we're streaming. Do you know if YouTube will extend the mobile post tab to desktop in the future? Yeah, they haven't really said. They are pushing the fact that it's on mobile. So I would reckon that they're trying to make this like a mobile thing. It's a bit like some of the vertical stuff is really like optimized for mobile. You know, like vertical live stream swiping through the feed, a bit like short swiping through the feed, even though you can do view shorts on desktop and stuff. It's possible that they will, but I don't think they're going to do that for a while. They'll get it working on mobile at scale, and then maybe open it up to desktop later, which is what they've done with some other mobile first features. Is later on, like initially, there was something. Yeah, I think shorts were like that early on as well, where all the shorts were working properly on mobile, but they didn't really have a proper desktop interface for it, which they do now. But yeah, so I think maybe in a couple of years. I don't think I wouldn't expect it anytime soon. That's just my opinion on the timing of it. I don't think their intention is to make it a desktop feature anytime soon. Fishcam TV, welcome to the stream. Let's have a look. Let me take a sip of water before I go. They never give me impressions for my community posts. So how do I grow my community? I looked into AdSense, and that's not allowed. You can't promote a community post. Yeah, community posts are they're 100% organic, so you can't like boost them like a video, like for using the promote feature or anything like that. What YouTube does show them to some people is just whether have people actually interacted. Because I don't think they strictly have impressions in the same manner as videos, but you do see interactions. And depending on the type of post, will gauge the interaction that you might get. We find that polls and quizzes tend to get, both varieties of polls, image polls and regular polls, and that went away awful quick. I'm going to put it up again. Hang on, that's not it. That's the one. There we go. Yeah, so those polls tend to work. If you're sharing videos, on the surface, they don't appear to get a lot of traction, because what people do is they click the link and go straight to the video. So then there's no, people tend not to like or interact with a comment on those. So they tend to show up very much lower metrics on whether people interacted with it, but where in fact they may have clicked through to the video, but then that's counted as like a video view, or and even an impression for a video view, rather than in the stats for community posts. So that's why they appear so low. And then you've got your general ones like your image posts and stuff, which can vary. Now, the amount of engagement you get does depend on how knitted in your viewers are currently with your channel, and that could be affected by the type of content that you create, if you live stream or not, if you're mainly a shorts channel, for example, where there's not that as deep of a connection with the creator from the viewers. It's more of a casual connection. Regular content where they're watching for longer, they build they can build like a regular viewing habit with your content, and then they become like a general part of the community. They'll be your subscriber, and then they will tend to see those posts a little bit more once they're subscribed. But YouTube does also show community posts to people who aren't your subscribers. So maybe somebody who might have interacted with your channel, it'll show on the homepage in the community post feed. It will just show random people's posts. Sometimes you'll see something that is somebody maybe you haven't subscribed to or watched a lot of content of, or maybe not at all. And it will show up because they think it might be relevant to you, and the things that based on the things that you view on your channel as a viewer, you'll get served maybe community posts from similar types of channels that you like to watch. So that can happen as well. So there are impressions, but they're probably harder to find exactly, what they are in terms of metrics in the back end. You have to go digging a little bit further for some of that information, but it is in there. But they tend to find historically over a lot of channels that you've got the polls and the quizzes, as I mentioned, tend to get the most interaction because people are clicking on their multiple choice, whether it's a poll or quiz, and then people are also tending to click the like if they've done that, and they may even comment especially if you prompted them in the question that if your answer isn't in this list, put it in the comment instead, something like that, where it might encourage more commenting, where might have a multiple choice answer and they want to answer something different, or that it's not one of the 4 choices that you've given them for say a poll. So it can be low, and obviously when you're starting out on your channel, they're going to be low. But I would probably early on, I'd probably just try and do a community post every maybe at least a week, maybe 2 a week. I don't even hit community posts enough myself. I need to post them more often. Sometimes you can use it for just keeping people updated on channel news, so you don't have to make a dedicated video because people don't watch those, and they don't help your channel as much. They're good for the core audience. So it's like a channel update video. You don't really want to be doing too many of those. But perfect place is a community post, just to put a post. Whoever sees it, it passes on. Your core audience will definitely read it. Sometimes people will read stuff and they won't go down and click the like. They won't go down and comment, but they've read it. So there's a lot more people reading it than actually clicking on something and commenting. It takes a bit of work, and it's not something that's going to happen overnight. It builds like your community in the community section is going to build the same way as your core audience is going to build and grow as you upload more videos and connect with more viewers over time. So often, if you get a quicker subscriber, you get a lot more subscribers coming on at a quicker pace, and your channel's growing, then you'll see rises in all the different areas, like more views on videos and more more interaction with posts and things like that. Okay. That's true as a mobile only thing. It's very limited as to what you can do as a managing moderator on desktop. Okay, question. What is your opinion on really long videos versus videos in parts? Depends on the length. I lean towards very long videos. A video that covers the whole topic in one hit. Unless there's a logical reason to put it into parts. Maybe if you're doing like a series, but you can break them up into logical videos. Like they can be standalone. So if somebody watches like part 2 or part 3, because you definitely don't label the videos part 1, part 2, part 3. Put them in a playlist and put them in the order that you want people to watch them. But if you are going to break them up, make them standalone. So if they just watch the video on that portion of the topic, that they get something out of that, and they don't have to like go on to the next one to like get the punch, to get the resolution on that particular section. So make them self-contained. If you've got to break it, if you've got to break a long video up, make it self-contained. Don't make it so somebody has to go watch the next part. Unless you can, of course, get them to binge watch a playlist, and then they can watch them one at a time. And I'm not gonna wait on the, because that'll come in a second. But I'm gonna hit it here. Thank you for the super chat. And we've got a super chat, a $9.99 super chat from Michael Sahoski. Says, "Thank you for all the awesome streams. It's my pleasure. I really enjoy live streaming. That's why I try and hit it like every Saturday. I'm here, same bat time, same bat channel as I said before, because I really enjoy it. Really enjoy hanging out with you guys, talking all things YouTube. And I'd be remiss to not say howdy to Beanie Draws. Welcome to the stream. Good morning, lads and ladettes. Beanie's one of the OG mods on my channel too. Just so you know. So if it's a new name to some people in the chat, Beanie and I went to our very first vid summits. We shared a room in Los Angeles in 2019. Let's say 2029. That hasn't happened yet. But yeah, 2019 we went to LA and shared a room, both coming from Australia, and I'm getting a poor stream status again. Thank you, YouTube and or Ecamm and or internet. All right, let's see if I can find any more questions and things in the chat. Some good comments here. I think we need to teach viewers how to find community posts. Yeah, I'm all for educating viewers, because like how people gonna understand, say, maybe I remember when super thanks first came out, they were called applause. It's like, what is that all about? And you got to educate. Like, tell them this is super thanks, and this is what it does. And if you want to support the channel and leave a comment, then you can use that as an option. All right. That sound effect just came in, or that super chat was way delayed. So that comes through a trigger from Ecamm. So I'm going to say that it's Ecamm that's playing up. More of the same. I'm just going to try and close some things here. I like what Jerry has to say here as well. Let me just highlight that. Oh, it didn't highlight. Yeah. Thank you, Ecamm. Bring it up. I'm still getting that poor stream status. I'm getting an error. Don't be shy with community posts. As many as one per day is fine. Well, I agree. If you can do, if you are motivated and have the structure to do one a day, then put up one a day. Yeah, I don't think you can overdo community posts. I wouldn't like to do one every hour. But yeah, like as Jerry says, one a day is perfectly fine, and it's easy to do compared to like uploading a video every day is a lot more work, a lot harder. But a post, you can do a post in like 2 minutes. Write a post in 2 minutes. And the other thing you can do is use posts the days that you aren't uploading a video or streaming. You can fill in days with a post. You could use it that way as well. There's many different ways you can do that. I think the more often you post and the more regularly you get in front of people, the more interaction you'll build over time. It's a bit like videoing, making sure you're consistently uploading, you know, where people would expect your video maybe every week on a Thursday or something like that. You can build like a ritual, so to speak. All right. It was that long, Beanie. It was that long. Trying to build my creator build series where I bought, yes, also new. Yeah. So you got them in multiple video. You're already doing like a video on each part of that along the way, I think, from what I've seen, all the content I've watched anyway. So what you could do is do your complete, you know, put up every individual video, and then once you've got all the parts done, you know, give that last video time to breathe, but maybe a month later or whatever, put them in a compilation and make it a compilation, and then that's your affiliate play. Is if you've got affiliate links for all these products, you can be doing that as, hey, I've been using these now, and here's me unboxing my chair, or here's me testing the chair and different things, whatever you did in the original video. Just re-edit them all together as like a super compilation, and people will binge watch that. If that's something they're interested in. It's a searchable thing too, because people are in search of their studio equipment, the gear that they want, the chair, their desk, their monitors, all those things. So then that becomes your affiliate play. And so it's not out there to really, well, it's out there. You want them to get views, you get watch time, but you also be driving affiliate sales, hopefully, over time. Obviously, you know, affiliate sales are like the slow burn. Until you know, as an audience builds up, then that could pick up momentum as well. But you know, it's out there and it's evergreen content. Whilst the product's still relevant, at least. We've got Chatty Cathy likes the Back to the Future sound effect. I still got a poor stream status. I'm telling you what I already done in 2029. Yeah. maybe a flux capacitor is what I need to get my stream to run smoothly. Now, because I'm running Ecamm, I don't have any control over bitrate, because Ecamm adjusts that automatically. So I don't know why it's up and down, but I think it's just an Ecamm error, because I am running the beta, and that's the risk you take running a beta. Okay, I'm trying to scroll to get to the bottom. And good morning to Rebel Candace. I just had an error message pop up from when I closed an app 5 minutes ago. I scheduled out recipe posts daily for 6 months, and it's grown my channel. Yeah, if you can be, organization is key, because it sort of gets you like in a flow. You've got your content ready, especially if it's evergreen and it's not based on like trends or topics. Then there you can potentially schedule that out, because you planned ahead. You've created the video. You've got your thumbnail prepared. Get it up there and scheduled, and it's release automatically happens for you. You don't have to do anything except for remember that it's gone live and check the comments and monitor it, of course. Love it. Yes, Chantel scolded me and told me that I need to do a list command. So I'll try and get that set up for next week, because Shark Scrapper says, a ritual? You mean like watching you and Nick every Saturday? Yeah, exactly. Rituals for different things. Gets in the habit, gets in the flow, gets in a routine. Routines can be good. There is the flux capacitor. Let's plug it in for the stream. Plug it in. Let's see if this is going to work.
It's the last call.
Oh, actually timed that okay. I timed that okay. I thought, is it gonna delay? Do I need to hit it sooner? But I got it. It's the last call, which means it's your last chance to make a comment, ask a question in the chat before we wrap things up today, and send you guys on over to Nick Nimmon's pre-show chat. So yeah, let's keep hitting. Australian internet is fun. Yeah, I could be experiencing a trifecta there. It could be Ecamm, the internet, and YouTube. I'm still getting a poor stream status from YouTube, so I'm going to guess that it's Ecamm, just based on what I'm seeing. A court hearing yesterday was glitches on all feeds. Or was it like a Zoom court? And people come in and do it by Zoom, so they don't have to appear in person. Technical difficulties, and then you can't do the things if the Zoom isn't working. You'll have to appear in person. Let's reschedule. Okay, maybe it's a Mac issue. Maybe it's a Mac issue. Community. Hang on, wait for it to come up. Doug, you gotta wait for it to come up. A community post of recipes, and it gets comments and interactive videos. Community posts to help. Yeah, you just gotta get consistent with it. Remember, like I think my last community post was not recent. It might have been a week ago or 2 weeks ago or something. I really don't. I try and remember to post, and then I get busy sometimes and forget to post. But I want to try and post at least twice a week. That's what my goal is. I know a daily is probably gonna be too much for me just to like have something to say and whatnot. And one thing I did do, just talking about community posts for a second, image polls. I did set up a series of image polls that I've done in the past where I've pre-created the images for the multiple choice, and then worked through some YouTube related questions that could be in polls, using ChatGPT, and then I came up with, I think I had about 4 that I did. I might still have some of those up my sleeve, and then I made images for each of the 4 options, and then I put them in as community posts, and then posted them at intervals for people to interact with. So I might do more of that. It's just coming up with the ideas. ChatGPT is always a good place to brainstorm. I think for brainstorming, say, hey, help me brainstorm 5 ideas for community posts. I want to do polls. I need 4 multiple choice answers. They need to be on the topic of topics relating to YouTube creators or something like that. So you work the old ChatGPT prompts and come up with some more posts. I'm going to put that on my to-do list. Speaking of Australian internet, I keep getting emails for a woman named Susan about her minutes being refilled on Kogan Mobile. It's an auto reply, so I don't think I can reply to it. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, Kogan Mobile. I know who they are. Yes. So they must have like a similar email and did a typo when they signed up for their internet. They probably get like SMS alerts as well to their phone. So they're probably getting that top-up notification and not realizing they're not getting the email version. Somewhere in West Bunbury, WA. Yeah. That's Bunbury is south of Perth, I believe. Was it north of Perth? I think it's south of Perth. I'm not that good on my Western Australia geography. That's funny. I really like that. Oh, and we got a buy me a coffee from Larry coming in.
Doug, coffee.
Oh, that audio was rough. It says Coffee for your Oz internet. Honestly, it was fine for the viewer experience. I think that's what it said. I don't know if that's the whole message. Oh, what is this doing? Oh, here it is. I'm getting notification. My phone is trying to connect to my computer, but because my Wi-Fi is off, it doesn't want to. It wants to do the iPhone showing on your screen so you can do the thing. Yes. Oh yeah, no, that was the whole message. Thank you. And I'm going to play that again without the crackle.
Someone just bought Doug a coffee.
But yeah, it said coffee for your Oz internet. Honestly, it was fine for the viewer experience. Appreciate that, Larry. Thank you for the coffee. I'm going to need a coffee between now and Nick Nimmon's stream. So I'm going to thank everybody for joining me today. We'll be back next week. If you want to hang around for Nick's stream, just stay in the chat because we're going to roll you right over to Nick's pre-show live chat. I've got a live redirect in place. Love that feature. And we will see you all over there. I'm just going to start making things disappear. Like that. Like that. And I've got this thing on my screen I don't know how to get rid of. There it is. iPhone mirroring. Quit. There we go. And yeah, so we're going to see you over there. Make sure you grab yourself a coffee or a beverage of your choice. Refresh your mind and get ready for the next 3 or so hours of Q&A with Nick and D Nimmon. I think they even got some extra goodies that they're going to be doing this week in regards to some information that they can give you on how to improve your channel, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. But before we go, Frankie over 50 said it is a couple of hours south of Perth. So I was going in the right direction. It's down. That's funny. Okay, just before I go, some Dusha uses our email for his purchases, and one of them was for tickets. Like, dude, you ain't going to that show. Yeah, because you got the tickets in the email. He didn't get the tickets in the email. You got the tickets in the email. You've got the confirmation. I hope you enjoyed the concert or the football or whatever the tickets are for. It's all good. Oh, well, I want to thank everyone for watching me. Make sure you stick around for Nick's show. And one last word. I'll catch you later.